Okay, here we go. This is Garrett. I'm going to do a fair, honest, and truthful review of Mortal Kombat Onslaught. 38,000 people here have given it 4.2. Here's my opinion. And by the way, this is the second time I'm recording this. The first one totally broke. So praise God. Let's be patient. Let's do it again, because we need to get an honest review out there about this game. Let's go with the pros and the cons. Let's do the pros first. Number one, it has really good audio. When Scorpion says, "Come here," it sounds great. The fighting sounds great. And when there is some voice acting, it sounds good. They did a good job on the audio. Now, the fighting animations, they are fantastic. They're so much better than Marvel Strike Force. They're light years better than Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Much better than Raid Shadow Legends. When you watch them fighting, they're doing martial arts. It looks really good. In fact, I would say the fighting animations are the best I've seen on a mobile game. All right, what else is good? The UI. It's simple to understand. Let me give you an example. You load up Raid Shadow Legends, and there's so many buttons on the front page of the UI, so many things to click, it's overwhelming. It's a little intimidating when you're trying to come back to the game for the first time in 2 years and there's 25 different things to click. This UI, it's simple, easy to understand. You have only a couple choices, and I just praise God for the game. I usually play Mortal Kombat right before I go to bed, calming down, praying, spending some time with the Lord while I do some fighting. And the game's been a really good blessing. It really has. Unfortunately, now we have to do the cons, the bad stuff. And there is a lot of bad. Number one, sometimes the UI buttons are hard to click. I click them with my finger, it doesn't work. Click them again, it doesn't work. I'm clicking and clicking, and it just doesn't work. I don't know what it is about their buttons, but it seems like the little hitbox that your finger has to hit on your phone is too small or something. Next, there's no guilds and no alliances. Come on, we're almost at the end of the year, starting 2024. And what was it, 17 years ago? That World of Warcraft came out and had guilds. So this is hard to understand. There's no public chat. There's no chat. You can't add a friend. There's no one to talk to. You can't joke around in the chat. You can't find out which fighters might be better than others. It doesn't make sense how there's no chat and no guild or alliances. What that means is you're actually playing all by yourself. There's a few more things to mention, unfortunately. There's very little voice acting in the game. You'll see characters talking and fighting, but there's no voice. They were too cheap to hire some voice actors on the internet for $100 each. In fact, you know what? Let me be honest with you. There's men and women on the internet who would do the voice acting for free just to build up their resume, and they have nothing. Quite often, you click a button for the next fight, and you have to read text. Now, I was reading text in my games when I was 18 years old. It just doesn't make sense. By the way, we have jet fighters up in the sky here in Florida. the Blue Angels are here. So if you're hearing it, that's what that is. The Blue Angels, I guess, are flying. So you're all by yourself in the game with nobody to play with, no one to talk to, no one to hang out. It's weird. It's just weird. Marvel Strike Force, we had a powerful alliance. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, we had a cool alliance. You know, and on and on. Raid Shadow Legends, man, some of us were friends. We talk in email. We email each other. So, you know, the Lord has used these complaints to kind of pull me away from the game. I'm sad to say that because I'm a Mortal Kombat fan. I just bought MK1 a month ago, and the game is off the charts. But this, it's fun, but it's a letdown. That's my honest review. So I've still praised God for the game. I had some fun, made some videos, had a little bit of a good time. And, you know, there's just so many cons to talk about. Every time you do a fight, you have to change out some of your fighters and replace them with somebody else. And I hate that. It's almost like a job. So you have a fight. You got to take your tank out and put in someone else. The next fight, you have to put in 2 of your blue fighters out and put in 2 red. Every single fight, you're swapping fighters back and forth, and the game feels like a job. It actually feels like a real job, and I don't like it. I don't like that at all. So be blessed, everybody. If you love the game, that is awesome, and I praise God for that and for you. And if you think the game is kind of mediocre the way that I do, let's finish up and give it a rating. 38,000 people gave it 4.2. There's no guilds, no public chat. You got to swap people in and out all the time. I give it a 3.8. All right, let's end there. I still praise God. I had some fun.